Hey friend, if you are thinking about getting new monitors or just want to know what the best way to set up your monitors in your home studio is, this video will be of interest to you. I want to talk about 5 things to consider before you purchase new monitors and how to set them up to get reliable and consistently great mixes. Let's jump in. Hey, my name is Eric Miller and I help guitarists with recording. And this is part 2 of a series we are doing on home studio setup. And before we get started, I want to let you know that I have a couple spots open in my new coaching program. I offer coaching in mixing, mastering, recording, and songwriting. If you are interested, just click the link in the description below. It will bring you to a form where you can fill out and we can see if we are a good fit. Okay, tip number 1. Optimum speaker size. So what is the best speaker size for your home studio setup? I believe that you need at least 5 to 6 inches for your speaker side to side right there. And the reason for this is because that really gets the best bass response. If you have a smaller cone on your speaker, you're really not going to hear all the bass frequencies very well, and you might be inclined to turn up the bass and thereby mix it too loud. Then you go to listen to your mix on your car speakers, your home stereo, and the bass is too loud, and you got to go back and remix it all again. So really what you want to have is just 5 to 6 inch speakers at least to get that best bass response for your speaker size. Tip number 2 is placement. So I believe for placement of speakers, I want to think of a triangle. So what that means is basically I'm at the top of the triangle and then the speakers are at the other end of the triangle. And this really helps you to hear all the frequencies properly. If you are actually offset, for example, to the right or to the left of that triangle, you're going to hear what's called a phantom image, which actually is frequencies that aren't there or bass responses that aren't there. So you really want to think of that triangle so you're equally distanced from here as from the speakers are from themselves. And also the speakers are going to be about ear level. So right now these speakers are a little bit low, but I can raise that. This desk is a desk that can raise up. So if I want to bring the speakers up higher when I'm mixing, I can do that. Tip number 3 is to listen at a consistent volume. So what this is you have the volume on your interface set at the same level all the time. So this is something I've stumbled upon. I found it to work really well for me. I also heard it confirmed by Joe Gilder. That's what he does as well. So it kind of confirmed me in this. But basically for me, this looks about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. I have that on the main outs and I can hear the music really well. So for example, if I'm mixing a song, his name is John. This sounds like a good level to me. I can hear everything clearly, but it's not too loud. His name is John. If we mix with the volume too loud, it actually can, fatigue your ears over time and actually convince you that the mix is actually better than it is because volume can be deceiving. So if something's loud, we think it's automatically better. But you want to have it set at a level that's that you can hear everything well, but it's not too loud, so it's going to make your ears tired after a while. Okay, tip number 4 is to get used to your speakers. This is pretty simple, but this just means listen to a lot of music on your current speakers. Listen to not only your own music, but listen to other people's music that's mixed really well professionally. So you can hear on your own set of speakers what really good music sounds like. And this will help to train your ear when you go to mix your own music or other people's music, how to get the best mixes because you'll be hearing other people's mixes. Tip number 5 is what is the best speakers for your home studio. And if you've done any Google kind of searching, there's a lot of opinions on this. I know you can spend thousands and thousands of dollars on speakers, or you can spend a couple $100s on speakers. And you can probably get amazing speakers for $1,000, and you can still get good speakers for a couple $100s. So I'm actually a firm believer that you can get really great recordings and not spend a lot of money on gear, but you do need to have good recording techniques. And the previous 4 things that we talked about in this video will help you to get really great recording techniques and best speaker placement. So for example, these speakers here are the PreSonus Aries 5. I've had them for a little while now, and I think they sound really great. They're not super high-end speakers. They're not super low-end. They're kind of low mid-range speakers. But I think for me, they sound great. They get the job done, and it's all I really need for right now. So that's kind of my 2 cents on what is the best speakers. You'll have to do your research and decide, how much money you want to spend on speakers. But I think you can get some great speakers for around $200 to $300. Hey, I hope that helped you. If you want to watch the previous video on this series, you can click right here. It's all about what is the best interface for your home studio, and I will see you on the next video.